concentration, whatever. It's going to be because death was sent on you, you know? But those are going to be, you know, the forward power structures that are going to be let loose on your ass, all right? If you're not right, man. And if you are righteous, then you're going to be with that white horse, Yahweh Shai, going and conquering. Is that it?
Now I got one for you for these.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's it. All right, this is Jeremiah 50 and 35. It says, a sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. Verse 30.
Start back at the top. I don't think you caught you.
Okay. Jeremiah 50 and 35. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon.
And upon that. Hey, you see that now, man? How many mass shootings significantly greater than anywhere else in the world, man? Yeah, in America. I think it's already like 250 this year. You know? And then the next greatest mass shooting in another country is like 7. But it's like 250 here. And that's just this year.
Right.
You know, but there's been mass shootings happening since the 90s, bro. And then now, recently, they start talking about the gang-related shootings. They're counting those as mass shootings. So if you count those in previous years, it is skyrocketed among these other places.
Yeah. Did you put on Kick about don't go to Walmart today?
Oh yeah.
There'll be a mass shooting today.
Yeah, there's in Arlington, Texas, because after that El Paso shooting happened, somebody wrote in the mirror in the Arlington Stadium. I think it's the Texas Rangers for the baseball team. They wrote on the mirror, said don't. They said they're gonna make El Paso look like child's play or something to that effect. So I mean, you got people scheming on this stuff.
Yep.
But kind of, you can keep reading.
I was just gonna say this count mass shooting, like 4 more shooting. You know, that's all it was. But you know, it's all done to take away guns, the gun control.
Order out of
Once he
chaos.
take away the guns from the people, then he can really come down on the people how he wants to. There'll be no defense of the people. They ain't gonna have no choice but to give up and just surrender.
Right.
Then they ain't got nothing to protect themselves with. But the thing about it, you're gonna have Esau. Esau ain't giving up shit. You know what I'm saying? Esau gonna go out with a bang on his own people, man.
Hey, and another thing too is they show you on that movie Bushwick, right? And they showed like what would a civil war be like if it happened now, kind of thing. Hey, when they started infiltrating Bushwick, you know, the people in the ghetto started firing back at their ass. Hey, and I heard a Jake say this. He said the only reason why other nations don't try to invade America is because they know that the civilians are strapped, you know? Because that's not in every country, the right to bear arms. But shit, if you think about it, like, the majority of America is like, has a piece on them, whether it be at their house or in their car or whatever. Hey, and you see it happen when these hurricanes hit certain places after 3 days when you know their food supply runs out. Shit, they start robbing each other.
Right.
And the scriptures speak about that. 2nd Ezra 15. If a brother wants to grab that.
2nd Ezra 15. I get it.
Yeah.
They shall be invading one of another.
Second Ezra 15. What's
Let's see.
That's the verse.
Is it 15 or 16?
I thought it was 15.
Might be 15.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
Verse 19.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead and bring it out.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, because all hell is breaking loose. You ain't need it in a few days. You know, these motherfuckers are gonna act up. It says that they're gonna start invading their next door neighbor, bro. And you see it happen, man. There's signs of this happening. Shit, down in Venezuela. You know, Apostle Tahar said, hey man, they're doing stuff that isn't written in the scriptures. Where they're digging up dead bodies and taking the jewels off of their dead ancestors, bro.
The second Esdras 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The four storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Yeah, the storehouses are going to be found empty. All these Walmarts that are so easily accessible to walk into, throw down a $5 and walk out with, you know, a week's worth of bread. It ain't happening, bro.
Right.
I think statistically they say it takes like 3 days for that shit to deplete out of you know stores.
Grocery store.
Supply of food. You know what I'm saying? Trucks got to come. That's why you see the trucks on the road. The trucks got to come transport the food and the groceries. You know what I'm saying? But with the grocery store, you gotta get 3 days supply. So just imagine in 3 days what it's gonna look like, man. With motherfuckers. Well, you know Jacob is selfish and greedy. So they gonna grab more than what they even, you know what I'm saying, need. They don't need lead now for the next motherfucker to come. You know what I'm saying? His boat on some bread up there. Jacob really grabbed 3 or they're gonna grab all 4 more. And here it is, a fight over the loaf of bread. You know what I'm saying? Because Jacob needs lead now for the next person.
It said, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, there shall be suddenly a flame.
Yep, and that's the 7th trumpet, which means what? Destruction. Because that's the only sound that's going back out the wind. The 7th sound, which is destruction. You know?
They say also in the book of Job, I think 18:11 said, till shall make them afraid on every side.
Right, that's right. That's the only wind being holding back. You know? We're in the time for the 7th trumpet to sound.
It's really, the trumpet's being blown right now. But the scriptures talk about how, roughly paraphrasing, they shall know it when it happens. Now when the prophecies start manifesting, that's when they know the trumpet has been blown.
Right.
When shit starts happening all around them, that's when they're gonna be like, oh shit.
24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Yeah, man, best friends since your childhood. Hey, that's why, you know, GMS pushes the vibration. Hey man, if they're not right, then cut that relationship off. Doesn't matter if, you know, you're best friends with them since y'all were like 3 or 4 years old. If they're not with the truth, at the end of the day, they're gonna turn against you. If they're not with you, how about Shemal Shai? They're gonna sell you out.
It said, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still. And in 3 hours there shall not one. Whosoever remaineth from all these. Well, that's
Wait, what is it gonna say?
Oh, okay. It said, 2nd Esdras 6:25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your word.
Yeah, so that's the comparison. You're gonna have a bunch of people get fucked up by the 4 horsemen, you know, which is, you know, the angels, the plagues, the pestilence, the wars, you know, Valley of Jehoshaphat, you name it. But then there's gonna be a remnant, 144,000 of Israel that's gonna be delivered from this. All right, a small remnant.
I was gonna finish this up. It was a little more Jeremiah.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right, Jeremiah 50 and 36. It says, "A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dope. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed."
Yeah, because Esau has been, you know, the champions of war for too long. You know that crowd-out saying? I don't know if y'all brothers have heard it, but America is back-to-back World War champs. That's gonna, hey, not World War III, man. I'm gonna lose that motherfucker like a bitch. And the scriptures say y'all gonna be dismayed. Keep reading.
Verse 37. Jeremiah 50 and 37. It says, "A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. And they shall become as women."
Yeah, man. The mighty men of America. You know, you're SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, right.
You know, all that shit. Macho Man, this, that, and the third. Fuck no. It says they're gonna be as women. You know how a woman is whenever she gets scared. She hears a noise in the middle of the night. Go check on it, see what that was. It's a fucking ice maker, bitch. That's a, hey, but that's gonna be the separation again.
Yeah.
Because you know how the scriptures say a man is gonna be likened unto gold at that time.
Right.
More precious than gold, I should say. You know, it's someone that's gonna be walking through that, you know, destruction like that with you know, his head on his shoulders, not panicking. That's gonna be, you know, the macho man.
Right.
During that time, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
But then every other man, you know, trying to, you know, diving in trash cans, trying to hide from, you know, whatever's going on in the streets. That's gonna be that separation. They make a face at the sun.
That was killing right there. They kill him every time. White man, that's his ass is bullshit. His ass a chain.
And he was saying, just keep walking.
Hey, we just had to eat. Hey, we just had to eat. Eat a bite walk past this, baby. He said, "White man is slave." Then he looked back. He looked at the eye like, "Look at white man right there." I said, "Oh, that truth so burning."
Yeah, can't understand. All right, it says, "And they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed."
It says robbed?
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all, we're taking all the shit that y'all took from us, man. Hey, you know how, like, in those battle royale games, how they, you know, you kill the player that's been looting, you get all the good shit that he got.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be, man.
Yep.
Man, I heard stories about over there in the what's it called? Over there in Rome, with the Catholic Church over there in Rome. Anyways, they got like this like precious stone, right? It's like a block. They say like a fraction of that is like priceless, you know? And then like, because my brother was like torn there, they're like telling like all these facts about this one stone and like how a fraction of it is like priceless. You know, it has to, like can't even be bought with like dollars or pounds, it has to be bought with like other jewelry. And then he said, now over here we have a second stone. It's like 2 goddamn stones like that, man. We're gonna be taking those marbles. All those precious marbles that Esau has, his gold, his silver, all of that, man. Everything that he built his palaces out of, Trump Towers, like everything's gold inside there. We're gonna be jugging that shit, bro. That shit yoked.
Got a quick precept for nobody got one. It's Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him.
Yeah, man. You reap what you sow. Man, it's hard to go into the history on what y'all did to us, man. Because whenever you go into the history, you get so worked up, man.
Right.
You have to hit the gym after you hear some shit about what Esau did.
Hey, that's why Shake hate looking at those movies like 12 Years a Slave or Roots, because it work them up so they don't like to get like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to look at Esau now as he cool now, he good. You know, nah, that's the same devil, man. He ain't changed, man.
He got quick precept, bro.
In Jeremiah 49:12, for thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup.
Which is the children of Israel, it wasn't to drink of this cup of slave. So guess what? Go ahead, Doc.
They have certainly drunk it.
We had drunk, and we've been through.
I don't want to talk in that shot.
That's why also it say that what the precept is, it's going to our captivity accomplished.
Every time you walk out of camp, it's
he'll no more carry us in captivity. Go ahead and read. I'm going to find that. Go ahead. Boy, yes, it showed that limitation. Go ahead,
Jeremiah 49:12, for thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right, because that's what they think. Alright, they think they're going to go unpunished, but how they treated the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanics, man. But guess what? You're not going to go unpunished, man.
That's right.
Alright, the Lord got something special waiting for you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Alright? And they've been 2,000 years, man.
Right.
So you know they're going to be a good ass whooping.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you got time to think about it.
Yeah.
You know how your mama say, "I'm get your ass when I get home."
Yeah, you gotta sit and
Think about
simmer
it.
on that.
Think about it all
Think
day.
about how bad it's gonna be.
I'm talking about shit.
Oh man, she gonna tell my ass.
That's when you're
Damn.
Yeah, you crying before it even happened.
Yeah.
Hey, really, that's what they doing. That's what Esau doing. We tell him his judgment. He already crying. It ain't even started yet.
He want to sit out mouth.
Yeah, he trying to stop it.
with you.
Be quiet. No, he
Yeah.
ain't.
Yeah.
Lord ain't gonna do nothing to me. Mama ain't gonna whoop me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We know that let them know. Yeah,
We letting them know.
Whooping on your life.
Yeah, you ain't gonna like this at
You
all.
fucked up, right?
Yeah, you fucked up.
Hey, when it simmers like that, your own conscience like eats away at you.
Yeah.
Your stomach starts sinking.
Yeah.
It feels like you're about to shit out your heart, man.
Shaking.
Yeah, it's shaking and like.
Go ahead, I'm going to bring this out after that.
I got one too.
Man's heart's feeling the fear.
Right.
I don't even want to know what's.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished.
Y'all what?
Thou shalt not go
That's
unpunished.
what the Lord said, man. Y'all about Shema Shah said, y'all not finna go unpunished, man. Y'all not finna escape this, man. Go ahead.
But thou shalt surely drink of it.
Y'all should straight up drink up what y'all have made, man. Alright, double shot too. You know? Alright, grab, you should grab it. You should go to limitation. Alright, limitation. 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
So,
Go ahead.
so because you're about to go into slavery, you shouldn't be. You should be in that yellow spirit that you're always in. You only live once, man. This is your last go around, bro. So rejoice. Be happy, get drunk, do your drugs. Hey, your blessing is a sword. Go out, kill a couple niggas. Because that's what you were created to do, man. So go and do it. You ain't gonna get this moment back, man.
Just a point right here. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So we served our time. You know?